Nicra, National Innovations on Climate Resilient Agriculture.
Krishi Vigyan Kendra Amudalavalasa, Srikakulam district. Importance of agriculture in the region or village, crops and contribution to state or India. Srikakulam district is one of the prominent districts in Andhra Pradesh, with agriculture as a major source of income for about 65% of its population. Among them, approximately 4.6 lakh families are dependent on the agriculture and allied sectors. The growth of the agriculture and allied sectors is expected to reflect in an upward economic mobility of these families. Agriculture is the sector most vulnerable to climate change due to its high dependence on climate and weather conditions. Introductory remarks on major climate vulnerabilities in the region or village focus on the state and the district. Srikakulam is one of the flood-prone districts of Andhra Pradesh. The major climatic vulnerability affecting agriculture and livelihood security of the people are flash floods due to overflow of rivers here like Vamsadhara and Nagavali, continuous high rainfall in a short span leading to waterlogging, and heavy rainfall with a high-speed winds in a short span due to cyclonic storm causing inundation of paddy fields and lodging of the crop at tillering, flowering, grain filling and maturity stages, causing huge loss to the crop. Floods occur in Vamsadhara river generally during August-September and occasionally in October and November months due to heavy rainfall and depressions formed in Bay of Bengal within the district as well as heavy rains in Odisha. Sometimes the crops at early stage are also prone to inundation due to heavy rainfall received in July and August months. The village is prone to floods due to excess rainfall received during monsoon season in low-lying areas 150 acres near to Chinnam Naidu tank, either through overflow of hill streams received in Maripadu and from Vamsadhara river due to heavy rains in Odisha, as the village is very adjacent to Vamsadhara river. Details on inception of project. To address these climatic vulnerabilities, Indian Council of Agricultural Research (ICAR) launched the National Initiative on Climate Resilient Agriculture Project in 2011-12. The Nikra project is jointly steered by the NRM and Extension divisions of ICAR. The Nikra project is coordinated at national level by the Central Research Institute for Dry Land Agriculture, CREDA. The program is coordinated by Atari at zonal level. Main objects of Nikra include enhancement of resilience in Indian agriculture, covering crops, livestock and fisheries to climatic vulnerability and climate change through risk management technologies. Details of Nikra villages taken up by KVK. Initially, Sirusuvada village of Kottur has been selected for technology demonstration and assessment of performance of the Nikra interventions for 5 years from 2012-13 to 2016-17. Subsequently, 3 more villages, namely Veeranarayanapuram of Kotturu Mandal, Ponnam of Srikakulam, Kondavalasa of Sarubujjili Mandal are identified for upcalling of Nikra interventions. These are the areas which are frequently affected by the floods due to heavy rainfall and cyclonic storms, which result in inundation of crops and crop lodgings, thereby affecting the agriculture of these villages. The total area of Sirusuvada is 130 hectares and 120 hectares in Viyanpuram, 180 hectares in Ponnam and 100 hectares in Kondavalasa, among which 80 hectares in Sirusuvada, 30 hectares in Viyanpuram, 40 hectares in Ponnam, 30 hectares in Kondavalasa is flood prone. Total number of households is 520 in Sirusuvada, 250 in Viyanpuram, 630 in Ponnam and 260 in Kondavalasa. Due to low tank capacity of Jagannatha Naidu tank, weakened sluices and bunds, water flown over the crops during rains in tank-fed areas affecting the crop yields. So deepening of community tank and rising of soil surface in agricultural fields prone to floods with the dugout silt from village tanks. The excavated soil is used for strengthening of tank bunds. Renovation of the feeder channel of the tank, renovation and repairs to old sluices existing at community for water regulation. Impact of the renovations made to the tank gave good results by increased amount of water that is harvested. The water storage capacity has increased from 55,531 cubic meters in 2013 to 1,80,000 cubic meters by 2019. Area provided with supplemental irrigation during Nikra has increased to 130 hectares. Area brought under Rabi cultivation has improved from 12 hectares to 36 hectares. Total number of farmers benefited through this are 300. Percentage yield loss reduced due to floods when compared to before interventions is 17.83%. Total income for paddy under flood-prone paddy condition for 80 hectares before Nikra was rupees 15,60,000, whereas after Nikra was rupees 31,98,000. As the water storage capacity has increased, paddy transplantations were carried out in time, independent to rains. Sufficient water is now available for the Rabi crops. Productivity under variable climatic stresses. KVK Srikakulam under this concept has introduced flood-tolerant paddy varieties as frontline demonstrations and on-farm trials. Paddy is the main crop of the district, and farmers here generally grow varieties like BPT 5204 Samba Masuri, MTU 7029 Swarna, MTU 1001 Vijeta, which are susceptible to flooding although they have high yield potential. Hence, flood-tolerant varieties like MTU 1061 Indra, RGL 2537 Srikakulam Sannalu, MTU 1064 Amara were demonstrated in farmers' fields as frontline demonstrations, and varieties like MTU 1140, MTU 1172 Kshira, MTU 1061 and RGL 2537 are found suitable. MTU 1061 Indra is flood tolerant, non-lodging with a crop duration of 150 days, which has a dormancy period of 2 to 3 weeks and can tolerate inundation up to 10 days. RGL 2537 Srikakulam Sannalu is suitable for late planting with overaged seedlings and can tolerate inundation up to 4 to 5 days with a crop duration of 165 days. MTU 1140 is a high-yielding, non-lodging, flood-tolerant paddy variety of 145 days duration, the real-time contingency for nutrient management and management of pest and diseases in flood-prone paddy. Application of urea 25 kg and MOP of 15 kgs per acre as booster dose immediately after the floods. Plant protection in flood-prone areas. Immediately after floods during the August and September, to prevent the fungal disease like sheath blight and blast, and to control incidents with PPH prophylactic sprays and hexaconazole 400 ml and dinetofuron 100 grams per acre were demonstrated. Water saving technologies. To promote crop diversification and utilize the residual soil moisture available after paddy harvest, zero tillage maize cultivation in rice fallows during Rabi is demonstrated. Black gram is cultivated conventionally by the farmers in Rabi as paddy fallow crop, which resulted in low yields due to YMV, that is yellow mosaic virus, and low temperature, fog during the crop growth period, and thereby was less remunerative. Thus, as an alternate to this practice, ZTM as water saving technology is demonstrated. Its added advantages like reduction in cost of cultivation due to dibbling of seed in the soil without any land preparation after harvest of rice crop, thereby saving the crop season and conserving the residual soil moisture available in rice fallows by saving 1 to 2 irrigations during crop season. Net returns increased by Rs 7,023 per hectare. This cropping system is promoted among the farmers, which helps in conservation and effective utilization of residual soil moisture. Sun hemp is a leguminous crop, a nitrogen fixer, and can also be used for soil health improvement purpose. After the harvest of paddy, sun hemp seeds are broadcasted in the rice fallow so that they germinate by utilizing the soil moisture.
I am Dr. P. Amarjyoti. Myself, SMS crop production, Krishi Vigyan Kendra Amudalavalasa. I am the nodal officer for the Nicra project since 3 years. In this Nikra village is Sirusuvada. Particularly during Kharif, main crop is paddy. During Rabi, we are concentrating mainly on crop diversification. Under crop diversification, depending on the water availability, farmers grow for zero tillage maize cultivation, zero tillage ragi, and sun hemp seed production. These are the 3 crops they go for crop diversification. And also go for vegetables like tomato, brinjal and watermelon. These diversified crops, maize, ragi, sun hemp are more remunerative than traditional pulse crop. Traditional pulses are mostly frequently failed due to pest and diseases and cold temperatures. That's why farmers are motivated towards diversified crops. They are more satisfied with these crops.
Myself, Dr. D. Chinnam Naidu, Program Coordinator, Krishi Vigyan Kendra Amudalavalasa. We have a Nicra project sponsored by Indian Council for Agriculture Research and supported by Krishi Hyderabad. And we are implementing this Nicra program in one of the villages which is in adjacent to the Vamsadhara river. We have given a theme of flood and heavy rains management of paddy. And thus this project we have been implementing in Sirusuvada village of Kotturu Mandal, where we have implemented all the components since 2013-14. Since we are implementing all the components like crop component, livestock component and natural resource water management components we are implemented. Under natural resource management, we have improved the community tank, namely Jagannath Naidu tank, which has improved in 2013, and every year the rainwater has been successfully collected and utilized for the Kharif crop as well as the Rabi crops, where we have collected nearly compared to the 2013 and 2018, it's in 1,55,000 cubic meter of water we are collecting compared to the 55,000 cubic meter of water in 2013-14. So nearly 3 folds of water has been collected in this natural resource, and that has been successfully utilized by the farmers for Kharif as well as any time when the dry spell is coming, they are utilizing this water, and they are also increased the area under Rabi crops. There we have focused on the crop component is the crop diversification. There the farmers already growing some of the crops, and we are due to the increased potential of the water in the community tank. Initially they have in 12 hectares of land. Now they are cultivating nearly 37 hectares of land with different crops, vegetables and oilseed crop, pulses, cereals. Even some of the farmers even nearer to the tank, they are going for Rabi paddy with the short duration varieties, where we are imposing the all crop components and flood tolerant varieties we have given, and flood management we have given, real-time contingency measures for the nutrient management, and then pest and disease management during the Kharif where the floods has been occurred. Now farmers are understood this Nicra program. They are understood the management practices for the different situations like heavy rains and floods. Now they can able to utilizing our flood tolerant varieties like MTU 1061 and RGL 2537 in an area of nearly out of total area, nearly 80 to 85% of the area has been saturated with these flood tolerant varieties. Now the farmers are very confident with those varieties. Now they are utilizing, some of the farmers also gone for the seed production of these flood tolerant varieties. With the impact of this Nicra, the nearly in the district itself, due to our extension activities and in collaboration with the line departments, nearly out of 29,000 of flood area in the district, nearly 12,000 hectares has been covered with our flood tolerant varieties of MTU 1061 2537. So this is the impact of the Nikra. Now the farmers are in crop diversification also they are thinking, and under livestock in 2012-13 we have given a breeding rams, 3 breeding rams to the local shepherds. Now they are utilizing those breeding rams and improving their flocks, and each time they are getting 60 numbers of elite sheep, and that is improved, and the weight and height of the calves also, lambs also increased. So they are getting the benefit out of these breeding rams also. Then we have started a institutional development in the village like custom hiring center and knowledge sharing center in the village, and we have the VCRMC with 11 farmers in the village. They are every 3 months the VCRMC has been sitting and they are discussing with interacting with the KVK scientists, and each time they are planning for the Kharif planning is there and Rabi planning. According to the VCRMC suggestions, we are implementing the Nikra project in the Sirusuvada village. With the effect of this Nikra program, we are upscaled in the another 3 villages like Viyarpuram and the Ponnam and Kondavalasa village with the flood tolerant varieties and flood management and crop diversification. All the components of Nikra has been implementing in upscaling villages also. So due to this Nikra program, the farmers got confidence about the management of the flood during the Kharif season, and they are understood the importance of the Nikra and climate. And our Damu center is there in our KVK. We are regularly sending the weather-based crop advisories to the farmers. Now farmers are realized the importance of weather advisories and the Nikra program. We are very much thankful to CREDA and ICR selecting this KVK Srikakulam for implementing the Nikra program. Thank you very much for providing the opportunity. Thank you very much.
Fish rearing is being practiced every year in the village tank Jagannatha Naidu Cheruvu by releasing fish fingerlings during monsoon season, August-September, and capturing the grown-up fish during February-March. Demonstration was conducted with sizable fingerlings of 5 to 10 centimeters, and results were compared with that of previous year, and thereby created awareness on increasing fish productivity through simple technological intervention of increasing survival rate by releasing sizable fingerlings of fish 5 to 10 centimeters in the village tank. Village Climate Risk Management Committees, called as VCRMCs, are formed. 11 village farmers together grouped as the committee members, and time-to-time meetings are conducted to analyze the local conditions by which location-specific technology interventions are prioritized. Custom Hiring Center. Custom hiring centers consist of farm implements which empower farmers to tide over the shortage of labor and improve the efficiency of agricultural operations. These centers are managed by the farmers and hiring charges are charged for the hired implements. The revenue obtained from hiring the implements are deposited in a VCRMC bank account. The money deposited in the account is used for repair and maintenance of machines. Simple weather stations established in Nicra villages promoted climate awareness and literacy among farmers. Seed banking. Participatory village level seed production of flood tolerant variety MTU 1061 was demonstrated in the village. Village Resource Center. A village resource center is set up in the Nicra villages where different agricultural magazines of local language, posters set up regarding crops and their management, and Vyavasaya Panchangam, an agriculture almanac which covers package of practices of all the crops. The publication is a compilation of various cost-effective crop management technologies recommended by the eminent scientific fraternity of the Acharya N.G. Ranga Agricultural University in pursuit of holistic development of the farming community. Capacity building programs. A number of training programs are conducted on the climate resilient agricultural practices, awareness programs on management practices, and real-time contingency practices in flood-prone paddy are organized on regular basis. Agro-advisory services through mobile alert systems, exposure visits and Kisan Melas etc. also are planned that help in empowering the farmers in decision-making on the investments in agriculture and Conclusion. Nikra project identified successful practices for climate resilience in agriculture in this complex, diverse and risk-prone environments. The project opened up opportunities for scaling up and scaling out of proven interventions. Nikra villages, Sirusuvada, Viyanpuram, Kondavalasa, Ponnam became hubs of learning on climate resilient agriculture and paved the way for mainstreaming of climate resilient practices to manage variability.
Nicra, National Innovations on Climate Resilient Agriculture.
Krishi Vigyan Kendra Amudalavalasa, Srikakulam district. Thank you.